while I was acting opposite this dragon with a stick on it. So for me, it was mainly trying to kind of keep my shit together. Sorry, pardon my French.
He's a foot.
Thank you for sharing your time with me. I'm very, very excited that you're here.
Oh, we're excited to be here.
I want to ask you about two words, strength and power, physically and mentally, because physically, the heaviness of the armor that you have to wear, carrying and fighting with the swords, the wigs, I don't know, and mentally the psychology of your characters. When you did this season, how did your approach to power change, like the meaning, physically and mentally?
God, that is such a good question. Matt, take it away.
Well, physically, I think you can speak to that because
Yeah.
you were in the army a lot.
I was in the
armour a lot.
Which Matt found hilarious.
I did.
Constantly, that I was just in this armour and I couldn't really...
Which is heavy.
It's really heavy, and also you can't sit down without... The first few weeks you couldn't sit down without like so you'd sit like in your chair like this and then people would feed you. So yeah, the armour was amazing. But it does change you physically because you hold yourself a certain way. I'm quite like, my most comfortable positions are like crouched over and all that stuff, so I had to learn to sit up and look kind of like a knight, which I don't feel. And what about the psychology of your experience of power, Matt?
Gosh, I mean, the psychology of power in the show is sort of, it's an ever-changing beast, really, dependent on which character and which perspective you're coming on. But that's one of the things that makes La CASA del Dragón interesting, is because there's all these different power struggles and attitudes towards power. My particular psychology is one of disruption, I think, in Daemon. He's not about unifying anything, he's about disrupting the natural order of things, I think.
There's another very important word, that's legacy in the show. Like, from George R.R. Martin to the cast of Game of Thrones, and you're starting, but you're building your own legacy, and the Targaryen family has a legacy. That's like, I saw the Targaryen tree, it was like, oh my God, it's so huge. How do you feel that weight, in a positive way, not the pressure that's, oh my God?
Well, I think you've just answered the question, actually. It's a really, it's a pressure, but it's a good pressure. It's like being a sportsman. You thrive off those sorts of pressures. It's like doing a play, that sort of, there's a huge fan base and they've got a real, appetite for the show, and we're just trying to create something original that sort of delivers all the hits that they want.
I would agree with that. I mean, I think that we were both fans of the original show,
yeah.
So we feel very excited more than anything. Of course there's pressure, but it feels to me like people are excited about the show and the fans are excited to have a show, as I am. I'm excited for it to come out just as much as anyone is. So yeah, I think it's excitement more than anything.
I saw some of your interviews during the red carpet of the show.
Oh, did you? Oh, God.
Yeah, of course. And it was in Comic-Con too. I heard about the accident with the sword.
Yeah, I know.
But I want to ask you about, and you mentioned it several times, how weird is it to do the dragon scenes? And we have two perspectives, riding the dragons and looking at them. It's two different things.
Well, my dragon experience was that it was a man with a stick with a tennis ball on top of the stick, and there was various members of cast, they shall remain unnamed, who made it their mission to make me laugh as much as I possibly could while I was acting opposite this dragon with a stick on it. So for me, it was mainly trying to kind of keep my shit together. Sorry, pardon my French, but yeah.
I rode some, yeah, you're on a plinth, you're like 20 foot in the air. You've got like wind and rain coming at you. It's quite good fun. And when you're looking at them, I mean, they give you sort of it's just a guy with a stick and a big head, basically, but it's not an actual head of a dragon. It's just like a block with a sort of, that they've cut half of, they've cut half a square off, really. And then you can sort of touch it and stuff and it moves, but it's all smoke and mirrors, as we say in the industry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thanks very much.